Okay, so this is the arrow problem. An arrow is shot vertically upward at a rate of 220 feet per second. The formula for the height of the arrow is, and then we have this quadratic equation here, determine how long it will take the arrow to reach a height of 500 feet. So this is the h. We're trying to find t. So we're saying 500 equals negative 16t squared plus 220t. Now, it's a quadratic equation. I'm going to set it to 0, so I'm going to have 16t squared minus 220t plus 500, plus 500 equals 0. So I put everything on the left. Now, to make things go a little bit nicer for me, I believe I can divide everything by 4. So I'm going to divide everything by 4 here. And I'm going to get 4t squared minus 55t plus 125. Now, you wouldn't have to do that. You could keep the numbers larger. For me, it's just easier to type it in a calculator with smaller numbers, so I divided everything by 4. Let's see if I left anything out. Okay, this is not going to factor. We're going to have to go to the quadratic formula. And what do we want? To the nearest tenth of a second. Okay, to put it in the quadratic formula, here's the quadratic formula. Notice that that line is all the way under that negative b. Students often make a mistake there, so just be careful on that. It makes a difference in the calculator. Okay, so the opposite of b, the opposite of negative 55 is going to be 55 plus or minus, and then you're going to have 55 squared minus 4 times a, which was 4, times c, which is 125. And then this whole thing is over 2 times 4. Now, I'm not going to show you how to put it in a calculator because that'd be tricky for me to do in this format. But you want parentheses around this, and you want parentheses around this. So make sure you put in those extra parentheses when you're putting it in your calculator or you won't get the right answer. Now, the plus or minus, what are you going to do with that? Well, you actually get 2 answers here. One when you use the plus and one when you use the minus. Think of your arrow going up into the air, right? And it's going to reach 500 feet. Maybe it'll go further. And then it's going to come back down. So there's going to be 2 places where it's at 500 feet. So hopefully that makes some sense. I didn't take off if you only had one answer, but the 2 answers were 2.9 seconds and 10.9 seconds. So as long as you had one of the answers, I was good with that. A few people had both answers. That's a 10.9. Sorry if you can't read that. Okay. All right, that's that one.